Oh boy, is it a dark time to be a Bethesda fan, and an especially dark time to be someone who is hopeful for Elder Scrolls 6. Well, that is, unless you are extremely gay, trans, and mentally deficient. In that case, you're gonna probably love Elder Scrolls 6. But we have an article here that talks about what's currently happening with Elder Scrolls Online. Narrative director responds to non-binary companion backlash because a month back, Elder Scrolls Online got their first non-binary companion. And you're probably thinking, but how does this relate to Elder Scrolls 6? It's a single-player game at the end of the day, right? Well, I'm going to show you a couple of things that matter a lot, and you are not gonna be happy. Be warned, if you are someone who is hopeful for Elder Scrolls 6, it's gonna be a complete woke shitfest. At best of days. It has absolutely no hope. It's gonna be, it's probably not gonna be as diverse, woke, and inclusive as Dragon Age Veilguard, but it's gonna be pretty close to it. So let's get into the article and let me contextualize some stuff for you, my friends. The Elder Scrolls Online Update 44 introduces the game's first non-binary companion, Tan Loren, voiced by our flag means of Death Star voice Ortiz. That does not matter in the slightest, but you will understand why they emphasize this in the future. It's a huge step forward for a representation in the game, but a vocal subset of our community has voiced outrage and spouted transphobic abuse. Yes, a small vocal subset of the community. They literally mean almost everyone with a brain. And believe this or not, if you do not know this about the Elder Scrolls Online player base, they are actually pretty based in a lot of respects, okay? Elder Scrolls Online is a complete shitfest of a game. It is absolute slop, okay? And the majority of the Elder Scrolls Online community is literally going to tell you, yeah, the game's bad. I play it, I know it's bad, I'm bored, and this is the thing that kind of gets me, that kind of alleviates my boredom. I know it's bad, I admit it. And yeah, the majority of the Elder Scrolls player base literally has no problem admitting that Elder Scrolls 6, not Elder Scrolls Online is bad, but hey, they like it, so they play it and they don't care. Which is, by the way, very based. Because the absolute super vast especially RPG, MMO communities will never be able to admit that, okay? World of Warcraft is gonna start a war before they admit that their game is absolute garbage. Elder Scrolls Online Gigachads literally blatantly admit that their game is garbage, but they don't care, they still play it because they themselves like it. And that is understandable because that's a situation I have been, a lot of people have been in that situation, and it's completely understandable. But in any case, congratulations. You're all transphobes now. Oh, are you not just loving how much they care about you by adding these things that no one asked for? But it gets worse because you see, this is just the start. This is just the start of the madness, justifying their anger by saying that Tan Loren's inclusion is immersion breaking. And they are right. You know why? Because do you even know what the Elder Scrolls lore is? Well, let me clue you in. The Nords are racist, the Red Guards are racist, the Lizards are racist, the Dark Elves are fucking super racist, the Dwarfs are racist, the literal everyone in goddamn Tamriel is a full-blown racist bigot, without exception. Yeah, so yes, having someone non-binary in the game is the most immersion-breaking and lore-breaking thing ever, because every single person in the history of the Elder Scrolls universe has been a bigot, lore-wise. And that they suddenly don't fit in the world of Elder Scrolls. To that, narrator director Bill Slavicek says they're wrong. What a great and thought out argument. Hey, this thing is immersion breaking stupid and doesn't fit in the universe. And the counter to that is obviously, have you considered yourself to be wrong, bucko? Oh man, the Chads are literally getting punched today, aren't they? Oh no, it's just it's just over for the Chuds, boys. It is just over for the Chuds at this rate. We have mixed marriages, a gay and lesbian characters in abundance through the game. They're saying that like that's a good thing. And by the way, again, everything currently revolving around Bethesda is woke like this. And this is what happened to the Elder Scrolls franchise currently with Elder Scrolls Online. There is no way at this point that Elder Scrolls 6 is not going to follow the same formula. Elder Scrolls 6 reportedly started work in 2018, roughly, plus minus. And now it's supposed to be released after 2026. That means this game has been in the oven almost for a decade. And considering how woke and all of that good stuff Bethesda has become over the years in all of the game industry, most likely, 99% sure, by the way, that this is going to happen. There is no reversing course at this point for whatever is happening with Elder Scrolls 6. And considering the Elder Scrolls universe is, as represented by the game director, the person who has the right to represent what the game is and what the game should stand for, and they're effectively just saying, oh yeah, Elder Scrolls has always been the most gayest thing in the goddamn universe, baby. That may be a little bit concerning for a lot of people, okay? Because that's most likely what Elder Scrolls 6 is going to be like. Because this is now all established. The non-binary things in Elder Scrolls, the gays, the lesbians. You know, once it was I got shot with an arrow in the knee and now I'm no longer adventurer. Now it's I got shot with the arrow in the balls and now I'm she-they and respect that, you stupid bigot. That's what it's going to be like. This is 100% that, because keep in mind, this is not just a small subsect of Bethesda that has gone completely corrupt. This is just it showing its true colors finally. And you can bet this is going to be Elder Scrolls 6, 100%. Slavicek tells the gamer, it just makes sense to us that all possibilities exist in Tamriel. Does it really? Because it doesn't make sense to me. But that's okay. I'm just an evil, bad bigot man. Oh, we treat it as a real and living world. You might not know this because we don't shout it from the rooftops. That's strange that you say that because you're kind of clearly shouting it from the rooftops, my dude. Or put signs proclaiming it everywhere. You literally added a See, this is again. This now portrays how twisted these individuals are in their minds, because them inserting a non-binary companion front, center, foremost into the game, with it explicitly being told that it's non-binary. And by the way, non-binary is the biggest bullshit out there, because there is no way to introduce non-binary in any setting without having explicitly that character say, hey, I'm non-binary. Because there is no way to show that in casual conversation that you're non-binary. There is no way to say it. There is no way to express it. You need to blatantly shoehorn it in that someone's non-binary. Otherwise, it will never be known that they are non-binary. Okay? Shout it from the rooftops or put signs proclaiming it everywhere. But again, yeah, you do. And you know why? I don't know why this site is logging, by the way. I have no idea. Is it some kind of magical ad or something that's making it? Don't know. And you know why? Because it's Tamriel. This is just the way the world is. And that is an extremely powerful statement. It effectively says you better accept the fact that the Elder Scrolls world is gay as F, or, well, I guess you're not really wanted there. no character in the world blinks an eye or thinks anything unusual about meeting the baker and his husband, the serving woman and her wife, or to have Nyrune and Jakarn flirt with you, regardless of your character's gender. So, first of all, this is absolutely sickening. This does not represent the world that we live in at all. In more than half of the world, you get thrown off a rooftop if you do these things, first of all, but we can't talk about that now, can we? And second of all, how dare you just openly admit that you are making characters sexual harass me without my consent? What do you mean? Nyrune and Jakart can flirt with me without my consent. What if I don't feel safe when they do that? You see? The woke ideology literally betrays itself everywhere, because here the fact that a character is gonna flirt with you regardless of your gender is the end goal, and it matters more than, well, anything that woke aspires otherwise. Because if this wasn't a gay flirting thing, this would be evil, dangerous, misogynist, and all of these things combined. But considering this is very much guy, well, in that case, it's all fine. Don't worry about it, okay? In fact, pointing it out is probably very, very bigoted. And that's not even mentioning alchemy. The three living gods of Tamriel, the Daedric princes, who can appear as any gender they so desire. First of all, the Daedric princes can also appear as toasters if they want, okay? They can literally be a transmission car if they want to. There is no problem with that. Also, they're fucking gods. They're literal gods outside of the human realm of comprehension. Yeah. They can be whatever the hell they want, and no one has ever questioned that. Why? Because it's not woke. They're gods. They're gods. We have no idea how they think, why they think, or what they do, why and they do it. Okay? They're literally gods. We're never supposed to comprehend them. Man, this person knows a lot about, by the way, Morrowind and all of these things, clearly, considering they say this. It's a part of the world, and it's no big deal. At least that part they got by accident, right? Getting a non-binary actor for the role was extremely important. This pretty much summarizes this all you can. They don't care about skill. They don't care about credentials. They don't care about anything. They just care about representation in the worst ways possible, okay? Listen, if they ever need to make a trans character, they're probably gonna have to find a trans coder to code them, because otherwise it would be inappropriate. And that's pretty much it. And having that representation is pretty much the most vital part of the job, as stupid and ludicrous as that sounds. ESO has always been a diverse game. From the in-game pride parades held by the community to the rich queer cast and talent who have brought so much character into its world. Well, maybe, just maybe, there's a reason why Elder Scrolls Online is not a popular game and it's considered shit by the vast majority of the population of the world. Maybe this has something to do with it. I don't know, just random food for thought. Maybe there's a correlation here. Who honestly knows? All I know is for some reason my mind is going to go woke, go broke. But whatever. I'm just one evil Nazi. Anyway, have a nice day. Remember, don't play Elder Scrolls Online. It's bad for your brain and mentality. Bye.